Hi everyone, it's Justine. Politics is everywhere nowadays. On the runways, at major red carpet events, everywhere in your feed as soon as you turn your phone on. Fashion gets its fair share of politics as well, because it's an industry that absorbs what's happening in the society and tries to reflect that through design and maybe also to give some answers. Here are 5 moments when fashion took a stand. When a designer takes a bow. Robert Geller is a German-born American designer who designs menswear and shows at New York Fashion Week. Last year, end of January 2017, just before the fall-winter menswear collections, maybe you remember, Trump, the President of the United States, declared his intention to ban immigration from 7 predominantly Muslim countries. So at the end of his runway show, Geller went out onto the stage to take a bow, as designers usually do. He was wearing a t-shirt with the word immigrant on it. He had asked his wife to paint the word onto the t-shirt the night just before the show. She had done it in green, and on the day of the show she decided it's not visible enough, so she painted the word again in pink over the green. People started to ask where that piece could be purchased, so Geller had the t-shirt actually produced. It retailed for $50 online, and all the profits were donated to an association called American Civil Liberties Union. When a designer's entire work is linked to politics. Vivienne Westwood is a British designer who was once the face of the punk movement in the 70s and an icon. She is famous for her political engagement on topics like climate change, nuclear disarmament, and civil rights. By the end of the 80s, she had moved on from punk rock and started to make fun of the monarchy and the British establishment. She has dressed as a member of the royal family and integrated royal symbols in many of her collections, like the crown, which you can still see in her most recent work. Even today, what she does is a reflection of the origin and the meaning of the British identity. When the ad campaign sends a message, Benetton is a brand that stands for unity across countries, across genders, etc. They're famous for their printed ad campaigns, where they usually convey a political message instead of actually advertising the clothes. Many of Benetton's campaigns in the past have communicated against racism and presented people of different skin colors on each ad. They have also done a campaign to raise awareness about HIV in the 90s, when it was an unknown and taboo topic. Last year, they ran a campaign for gender equality in India, encouraging women to take their half, I'm quoting, half of the space, half of the opportunity for education, etc. The campaign started in India, but it was so successful that Benetton expanded it to more countries. When an event becomes the political platform. You probably heard that this year the Golden Globes award ceremony got pretty seriously political. Most women who walked the red carpet wore black as a sign of support to the campaign Time Is Up. It's a campaign against sexual harassment and gender inequality in the US. In the course of last year, there have been multiple sexual harassment scandals that went through the press internationally, and so 300 women initially from the entertainment industry decided to take a stand against such behaviors between men and women, and not just for their industry, but for all industries. At the Golden Globes, the women wore black and the men wore pins to show their support. Several VIPs had brought activists as their dates, like Emma Watson, for instance. And Oprah Winfrey, when she accepted her Lifetime Achievement Award on the big stage, sent the exact same message as well. So when an event like that gets press coverage internationally, across the globe, through all countries, and then the personalities attending also use their own reach to carry the same message out, it gets very, very powerful. When the lineup makes it clear. Simone Rocha is an Irish designer who shows at London Fashion Week. She has been awarded the Designer of the Year award for women's wear in the UK in 2016. She is in her early 30s, and for her fall-winter 2017-2018 show, she casted women from young to old. Her lineup was a mix of 3 generations. She's calling for more diversity on the runway. Traditionally, the debate has been focusing on skin color and body weight. Now she draws attention onto age as another point that needs to be improved in fashion. She sees her clothes being purchased by, I quote, mothers, daughters, and granddaughters, end of quote. So she wanted to reflect and mirror the profile of the people who actually buy the clothes in the way the clothes get presented. Fashion seems to be very political at the moment, especially in the US if you live there. But in fact, it has always been everywhere in the world. When it isn't supporting a specific topic, it's still reflecting the evolution of the societies that the designers live in. When you see things happening in the news every day, it influences your thoughts and your work. I don't think that any form of design, and fashion is the same, could really be apolitical. What do you think? Next week is Fashion Month everywhere in the world, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the designers have been thinking about in the last 6 months. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much. Subscribe and click on the bell to get my future videos when they go live. See you very soon again, and take care. Bye!